Good morning, it's the last Saturday of May. I'm out fishing up bright and early today as well. I've just had a couple of blanks. The last 2 days I've been on a lake that used to have a reputation for crucian carp, and most anglers will say that they've now disappeared. They're not there anymore. Well, I decided to have a couple of trips to that particular venue to seek out specifically the crucian carp. I didn't catch anything, but I was encouraged to have what I would call crucian plucks. So I'll certainly be back there in the near future, this year certainly. As they say, watch this space on that one. But for now, I'm hoping to get something on the bank. I'm on the canal and I'm ready to cast out and see how this couple of hours or so that I've got this morning goes. I'm watching that rod top now, as I often say. And talking of watching that, I do welcome comments and feedback, and I enjoy engaging with other anglers. And Andy often sends me a message, we have a little chat, and he mentioned about the fact that I do a lot of ledger fishing and why don't I float fish. Well, I do actually like float fishing, and I keep thinking I'll do some soon. Ledger works very well with my own lifestyle. The rod's already made up, so I can go fishing, cast out within seconds of arriving at the water's edge. And I guess I've come to like this type of angling by choice now. So even though I do have more time at the moment, I'm a furloughed worker, I still enjoy ledger fishing. One of the advantages, of course, take the canal for example, is that I can fish the near shelf, the far shelf, or the boat channel without having to change the float and to keep putting a plummet on to make sure you've got the right depth. All you need to do is to cast to wherever you're fishing. If you're on a lake, for example, you may have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 feet, different levels in front of you. All you need to do is just to cast, and you know immediately that you're going to the bottom of the venue. So I do like ledger fishing. I do quite enjoy watching a top as well, and I also fish into dark a lot. So again, I've already got an isotope on there. It's all very, very convenient. Roy noticed my cap, and Roy's a salmon angler, and this cap was a gift from some Norwegian groundhoppers. One of them was a very, very keen fisherman, and he gave me the cap, and I told that story recently. And then, while I'm giving shout outs as it were, Steve the angler is his website, his blog site. Steve, I chat with him as well fairly regularly on the internet, and Steve's got a great collection of angling books. So once we get over the coronavirus situation, and in particular the social distancing measures that have been introduced, I'm going to have a chat with Steve about his angling book collection that he's gathered over a number of years. So head over to my site, drop me a message, and I do enjoy engaging with fellow anglers, especially when it's very amicable and friendly, and that's the way that it should be, of course. I've had a few little plucks, hopefully. I use that word a lot, hopefully, because I don't like to be too presumptuous, but let's be confident. I'll have a fish to show you when you see me next. Funnily enough, I was talking about the advantage of fishing with a ledger rod because I noticed a fish top by the lock itself, so I didn't have to mess about with the float. Adjusting the depth, I went along the bank slightly and dropped the bait in, and well, within seconds I caught this chub. I've just lost a decent chub this time though, and the hook's just come out, is a perch. as you can see, not a particularly big fish, but I'll tell you what, they're all very welcome indeed.